today we're headed to the river. We're gonna try to go up here and see if we can't catch this big old bass. So what are we gonna do? Well, I don't know, but I know what I'm gonna try and see if it'll work. You know, that's all we can do. So we're gonna start out throwing some frogs, see if we can't get bit doing that. If you haven't already, guys, make sure you hit that little subscribe button down there. Leave me a comment if you care to talk. Hit that like button and you know, help me out a little bit. I'm going to keep making these videos whether I get anywhere with it or not, because personally it's an excellent way to keep up with seasonal patterns from year to year. So anyway, keep up with it and hopefully it'll help you guys out too. Number one. Like a little swirl right there behind me. Pretty sure it was. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Get in here. Oh, big. Yes. Look at that. Just barely came out. That, my friends, is what we are in here looking for. Good, healthy fish. About a, I don't know, 3.5, 4 pound fish. Good fish. Put him back. So the key right there was I worked that bait a little bit faster. I just started dragging it. And then when I drug it that second time and killed it, the fish come up there and crushed it. So, cool. Messed up my little frog. So all you got to do when this happens, just in case anybody's watching that maybe never fished a frog, a lot of times when you, I got my skirt all hung up in here. A lot of times when you catch them like that, you know, mess your hook up. You can just bend that frog up a little bit and twist it. Just rotate it. Put it right back in place. Good to go. So that's what I was doing with it, guys. You know, you just throw that frog out there, and you know, most of the time you're gonna walk it, and you can walk it slow. Sometimes like super slow is the way you want to do it. Sometimes you want to walk it just like a continuous speed. But then like a lot of times something that I do, which you know really is just basically a reaction bite. It's just like making them bite with a crankbait or a big swim bait and just reeling and killing. But you just drag that thing, not necessarily like that, but like, you know, just drag it real fast across the surface, burn it a couple times and kill it. And a lot of times that'll get you bites when everything else won't. So that's what I was doing on that fish. And like right now, you can kind of see how far all my marks are apart. So they're, you know, they're a good 3 or 4 feet apart. Well, when the bite is super tough and these fish are not chasing, you want to make sure that you keep your marks as close as possible, because you know, in between, let's just say for instance those two there, you know, you got that blowhole right there. I mean, I may have come 2 or 3 feet to the left or to the right of that fish and he may not have hit it. So you want to make sure that you cover your ground, you know what I'm saying? And especially like if you're on a lake where you're fishing behind a lot of people who are throwing frogs, if you see those marks and they're spread real wide, don't be afraid to fish in between those marks, because I can't tell you how many fish I've caught just fishing between somebody else's marks because, you know, they just didn't get around the fish. So feisty little fella. Okay. You also got to really figure out what kind of grass they're on. Like, sometimes you'll come up here and they'll be like in this super thick green stuff. I mean, you can't even see your frog, but you just drag that thing through there and they'll just blow up. And then a lot of times they'll be in this, you know, cheesy, you know, your typical matte looking stuff. Sometimes they'll be at the front of the grass, like right in here, which my first one I caught today was actually in the front of the grass, which I didn't have the camera on. But sometimes they'll be there, sometimes they'll be out here on this isolated stuff, you know, just out here in the middle of nowhere. But you just got to fish around and figure it out, because they'll be anywhere. And anytime you've got, like you can see out here, I've kind of got some wood mixed in with this grass. Anytime you've got wood and grass mixed together, usually is a pretty good spot. You can usually catch them, in my opinion. You know, just my experience. If I get around some wood like that, usually there'd be one somewhere close by. Looky there, that old frog is gone, son. Yeah, baby. Little, pretty little fish. Another good one. Drop my rod. Yeah, boy. Had that old frog ate. Peace, man. Gosh, it's so much fun.